Have you ever been sent and asked to sign a photo release only to think, well, oh, this must be some sort of just common formality? Spoiler, it's not. It's a contract written by somebody else that often says,
hey, mind if we use your work forever for free?
You've shot it, you own the copyright, but somehow they hand you the contract. Imagine musicians having to sign away their rights just to upload a song. That sounds insane, right? But for photographers, that's the norm. Today, I'm breaking down 8 sneaky clauses that companies love to hide in photo release forms. Ones that can absolutely screw you over if you are not paying attention. And you'll definitely want to stick around for the whole thing because clause number 8, it's the kind of clause that makes you wonder if some companies' legal teams, if they moonlight as cartoon villains. And yes, I know there are more than 8 that commonly pop up in photo release forms. If I didn't hit the exact one that you've run into a dozen times, it's not because I didn't know about it. I just had to draw the line somewhere. So feel free to leave your favorites in the comments, but maybe, kindly. Okay, let's start with number 1. This one is pretty common and you will see some sort of variation of this. You are granting XYZ business to use your photos in all media now known or hereafter devised in perpetuity worldwide. Translation: we can use your photos anywhere, on anything, forever, even on media that hasn't been invented yet. Even on a crypto-powered toilet seat in a space hotel that's voiced by AI versions of the Property Brothers. This is legal Mad Libs for a company to say,
well, we practically own this now. Thanks for playing.
Clause number 2. You'll see some variation of this. You'll see something that says, this doesn't affect your copyright ownership. Oh, that's nice. I feel warm and fuzzy inside. Until you keep reading. The photographer allows the business to modify, distribute, and license it to whomever the business wants without limitation. So technically, yes, you as the photographer, you still own the photo, but it is practically theirs now to do whatever they want with it. Owning the copyright is meaningless if you've signed away everything about it that makes it valuable. It's like someone telling you, you still own your car, but someone else has the right to drive it whenever they want, repaint it, rent it out, and you can't really do anything about it. Clause number 3 is what I refer to as the no money, man, just vibes clause. This one is usually buried in the back half, usually towards the end of a form. It has some variation of you waive any right to compensation. The translation? Well, the company's name, who's at the top of the form, they get to use their photo and you get gratitude or exposure. Maybe. And I'm sure exposure will cover your insurance premiums, your lens upgrades, and the $70 it takes you to fill up your tank of gas. Cool. Clause number 4. This is the we can change it however we want clause. Do you know what photographers absolutely love? When their carefully composed, color-balanced images get edited into oblivion. You'll see some variation of this on the form. We reserve the right to crop, alter, or edit the materials. That means they can throw on some silly TikTok filter on your photo, crop out your watermark, or turn some elegant shot that you took into some sort of meme about grout color, and you get to pretend that's perfectly fine. Number 5 is a rough one. This is the we can give it to whoever we want clause. You'll see some variation of this. We may sub-license the materials to affiliates or third parties. This means they can send your photos to other businesses, partners, sister companies, and probably their aunt's Etsy shop. So your one-time favor turns into unlimited, unpaid usage across a dozen brands you've never heard of. You're not just giving away your photos, you're giving them away with permission to re-gift. Number 6 is one that I think gets overlooked a lot. I've overlooked it a lot in the past, but from a legal standpoint, it can cause a lot of problems for you, the photographer. You'll see some sort of line that says, you waive the right to seek injunctive relief. Meaning if they misuse a photo in a way that you absolutely hate, you've already signed away your ability to stop them. Meanwhile, and here's the kicker, these contracts often reserve the right for them to come after you for any perceived violation. Seems totally fair and balanced, right? Number 7 is a clause that I will sum up as the you're on the hook as the photographer if we mess up clause. In my opinion, this one is another low blow. It says something like, you agree to indemnify and hold harmless XYZ company. That means if they use your photo in a way that causes them legal trouble, you're the one who gets sued. You shot it, they used it, and you pay the price. It's like being a designated driver and still getting arrested for somebody else's DUI. And now, glorious number 8. The crown jewel of legal sneakery, the most quietly diabolical clause. I call this the silent copyright grab. You may see some variation of a line like this. The undersigned or the photographer hereby relinquishes and gives XYZ company all rights, title, and interest in the photographs. No mention of the word copyright, but let's not kid ourselves. That's exactly what this clause is. This is somebody asking you to sign away ownership of your photo without even using the proper terminology. I'm sorry, in my opinion, this is not just sneaky, this is offensive. If you see this type of language in a photo release, run. Or at the very least, redline it to Kingdom Come and hand it back with a smile that says, nice try. So in summary, in generally, most photo releases state that they want your work, they want unlimited usage of your work, they don't want to pay you for it, and if somehow their usage of your work backfires, you get sued. Oh, and sometimes they just flat out try to take your copyright too. This is not a partnership, it's a digital shakedown. And it's not just a form, it's a contract. And contracts have consequences. Now, are there reasonable photo releases out there? Absolutely. Personally, I have seen and signed off on many of them. But remember, most, by default, are not written in favor of you, the photographer. And yes, I know some photographers out there are proudly shouting,
I just sign everything, it's easier that way.
Totally fair. If you're cool just handing over your work to keep things drama-free, then hey, you do you. But for the rest of us who actually value our time, effort, and ownership, this stuff matters a lot. Read the terms, ask questions, and negotiate. Because if something in the form is worded in a way that it feels a bit shady, it probably is. If you're not thoroughly familiar with how photo licensing in general works, you can click on the link to the video that's popping up on your screen right now. Feel free to follow me on Instagram at Matthew A. Photo. If you made it all the way here to the end, I sincerely appreciate you taking the time to watch. That'll do it for this one. We'll see you on the next video.